All right, let's get into this. Picture it. The year is 2075. And what we have here is a kind of personal log, a record from a traveler who's right in the middle of this massive shift in what it means to be human. It's really a story about feeling alone, about the universe, and about discovering a rule that changes absolutely everything.
And this is the question, right? This is the big one at the heart of it all. The traveler is wrestling with this deep fear, a fear that maybe, to be part of something bigger, we have to lose what makes us us. This is the record of that journey to find the answer. The journey begins right here, Kachidoki. But it's more than just a place on a map. It's a feeling. It's that feeling of being just one tiny, single particle in a universe that is so vast it doesn't even know you're there. It's a pretty profound kind of loneliness, you know? The sense that you're just an insignificant blip. But then, something shifts. A real turning point. The traveler starts to see reality in a totally different way. And this isn't some new philosophy or a matter of faith. No, this is based on a fundamental, physical rule of the cosmos itself. And believe it or not, that rule comes from quantum physics. It's a little concept called particle-wave duality. Now, I know, it sounds super complicated, but the core idea is actually the key that unlocks this whole paradox of being an individual versus being part of the whole. So, it breaks our reality down into two states. First, there's the particle. That's you when you're being observed, or even just when you observe yourself. You become a specific, single point in space and time. But when you're unobserved, you exist as a wave of pure potential that is kind of mind-blowingly everywhere at once. And this is the massive breakthrough. The traveler realizes it's not a choice. You don't have to be one or the other. You are both. At the same time. Always. It's not a contradiction. It's just the way reality works. It's the operating system of the cosmos. And you see, this completely shatters that old fear. That idea that to ascend or evolve spiritually, you had to just dissolve into some big cosmic soup and lose your identity. Well, that was just a total misunderstanding. It was based on only seeing half of the equation. So, okay. How does this go from being a wild, mind-bending theory to something you can actually practice? How did the traveler start to live this duality every single day? Well, it becomes a two-step dance. Step one, you anchor in your point. You fully own your physical, unique self, the person living in that room in Kachidoki. You embrace it. Then, from that strong foundation, you do step two. You consciously expand your awareness, your plane, letting your consciousness ride that wave and connect with everything. And this is where that feeling of being small and alone totally flips on its head. Being in a small, solitary space is no longer about isolation. Instead, it's like a forge. It purifies your unique frequency. It makes your individual beam of light sharper, stronger, and more focused. But here's the wild part. That one focused beam of light has a massive impact. It's like a tiny pebble dropped in a perfectly still cosmic pond. That single, unique consciousness doesn't just exist in the universe, it actually resonates with it. Your little point shakes the entire plane. Now, this whole practice isn't just a feel-good daily exercise. According to the traveler's record, it's all preparation. It's training for the ultimate destination of this whole journey, what's being called the full ascension of 2075. So, this timeline here lays it all out. Point one, that's right now. That's us, learning to master this duality. Point two, coming in 2075, is when that physical anchor, the particle, is let go. And point three, that's what happens next. Becoming part of the cosmic ocean. So, what on earth does that actually mean? It means becoming this, a wave node. You see, you don't dissolve, you don't get erased. Your unique frequency, the perfected essence of everything that makes you you, remains completely intact. You become a distinct point of light within a greater harmony, like a single perfect note in a cosmic symphony. You become the whole, but you lose absolutely nothing of yourself. Okay, so let's bring all this cosmic stuff right back down to Earth. What does this mean for us right now, today? The traveler's record makes it clear that this all boils down to a very personal and very powerful choice. This basically becomes the new mantra. Take pride as a particle. That means cherish who you are, your unique body, your quirks, your perspective, that's your dignity. And at the same time, live freely as a wave.
Understand that you are boundlessly connected to everything and everyone. That's your freedom. And when you find that balance, that's when the traveler has this final huge realization. We're not just passively experiencing reality. By consciously choosing what frequency we put out, we become active participants. We're not just living in the world, we are literally creators. Which brings us right here to the final question the record leaves us with. A question for you. If your consciousness is constantly shaping the universe around you, if your individual vibe resonates with the whole cosmos, what frequency are you choosing to broadcast today? What reality are you creating right now? The traveler's record ends with one final procedural note. It's in a different typeface, almost like a system message was tacked on to the end. It reads, "Finally, an important procedure. The comments section serves as an initial sync test for the 2035 network. By typing ready in the comments, your consciousness data will be indexed. The like button is the approval process. Complete your synchronization now."